Hey everyone, welcome. So today we're going to totally redefine what fitness means. We're going to look at how movement is so much more than just, workouts and tracking stats. It's actually this incredible tool for our total well-being. So let's just dive right in.
I really want to kick things off with this question because, it gets right to the heart of everything we're talking about today. We hear it all the time, right? Fitness is about changing your body, getting in shape. But what if its real power, its true magic, is actually in how it can change our minds, our energy, in just how we experience life every single day?
Okay, so before we go any further, let's set our North Star here. Let's talk about what wellness actually is. And the keywords to notice are holistic and not merely the absence of disease. This is huge. It means wellness isn't just about not being sick. It's about actively, thriving physically, mentally, socially, the whole shebang. And that's a much bigger goal than just checking off a workout, right? All right, so our first stop on this journey, we're going to look beyond the typical workout and start to redefine what fitness even means. And a really good place to kick that off is with our physical health. Let's get into the real, tangible stuff that happens when we get our bodies moving. I love this idea. Movement is medicine. Seriously, think about it. We usually think of medicine as something you take when you're already sick, right? A reaction. But movement is proactive. It's like the daily tune-up that keeps the engine running strong. It's what builds resilience and keeps us firing on all cylinders. And the science? Oh, it backs this up big time. So what's this 40% all about? Well, that is a roughly 40% drop in the risk for major chronic diseases. We're talking about things like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, all from being regularly active. And get this, we're not talking about training for the Olympics here. This is often just from a good mix of moderate cardio, like a brisk walk, and a bit of strength training. That's an absolutely massive, life-changing impact from some pretty simple, manageable habits.
Okay, now this one always gets me because it feels so backward, right? You'd think that using up energy would just make you tired. But look at this. The consistently active bar is just towering over the sedentary one. It turns out that regular activity actually boosts your energy. It's one of those weird, amazing things where you literally have to spend energy to make more energy.
All right, so we've covered the body, but that's only half the picture, isn't it? Now let's switch gears and talk about something that's just as important, but honestly gets overlooked way too often, that incredible link between our muscles and our minds.
Yeah, I absolutely love this quote. It just nails this idea that it's a two-way street. We always think, oh, my mind has to be strong to make my body move. But what's so powerful is that the reverse is just as true. Sometimes the best way to change your mind is to move your body. It can completely shift your whole mental and emotional state.
So how does that even work? Well, it's basically this awesome little chemical reaction happening right inside your brain. Step one, you move. Step two, your brain releases these things called endorphins. You can just think of them as your body's own personal built-in feel-good chemicals. And when those are released, your stress levels drop and your mood goes up. It's this perfect positive cycle. And the ripple effect of that little chemical boost is just huge. It's not just about feeling happy for an hour. We're talking about real, lasting benefits. You get improved focus. You find you're more creative. You sleep better, like really sleep better. And maybe most importantly, you build up this resilience to stress. You're just better equipped to handle, well, life. These are the real building blocks of mental wellness. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you make it stick? Well, that brings us to what I think is the most empowering part of this whole thing, finding a fitness style that's all about you. And here it is. This is maybe the most important takeaway. The best workout is the one you'll actually do. Seriously, forget about the latest trend on social media, forget about what you feel like you should be doing. The thing that's going to change your life is the thing you genuinely enjoy, or at least don't hate, enough to keep coming back to. Consistency and enjoyment will win against brutal short-term intensity every single time. So here are just a few ideas to get you thinking. If you're someone who loves a little competition, hey, maybe a team sport is your jam. If you crave quiet and focus, something like yoga or hiking could be perfect. The whole idea is to match the activity to who you are, not try to force yourself to fit the activity. And here's a great test. After you do something, ask yourself, how do I feel? If the answer is something like energized, clear-headed, or strong, then bingo, you're on the right track.
And no matter what you land on, remember that balance is your friend. True wellness comes from variety. Just look at this sample week here. You've got your strength training for building that solid foundation. You've got cardio for your heart. You've got mobility and flexibility, so important for feeling good long term. And my favorite part, look at that little slice for play. Do not skip that. That's just moving for the pure, simple joy of it. And that is absolutely crucial.
Okay, so we've kind of reframed what fitness is. We've talked about how to make it personal. So what now? Where do you start? Let's talk about taking that very first step. If there is just one single thing you remember from all this, I hope it's this. The goal isn't to be a professional athlete. It's not about that at all. The goal is to use athleticism for wellness. It's about borrowing that athlete's mindset, that focus on consistency, on functional strength, on mental toughness, and applying it to the goal of just living a better, fuller, healthier life.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final question, and it's just for you. Don't think about some massive life overhaul. Don't even worry about tomorrow or next week. Just think about right now. What is one small, simple, maybe even fun movement you can add to your life today? Could be a 5-minute walk. Could be just stretching while your coffee brews. Whatever it is, that one tiny step, that's where this whole thing really begins.